Welcome to the Staffing Sales Summit, the industry's first conference dedicated exclusively to mastering the art of sales in the staffing world. In today's challenging economic climate, selling staffing services demands more than just persistence. It requires innovative strategies, proven tactics, and cutting-edge techniques. Are you a sales professional or a leader looking to elevate your game? This summit is your golden ticket.
Hey everybody, it's Dan Morey, and I am getting really excited about the upcoming Staffing Sales Summit. This is going to be a great time. There really isn't going to be a better time for this content and session to hit the staffing industry as we're heading into some tremendous headwinds and a tougher selling environment than we've had to deal with. And we're starting to see more and more objections from clients, and they're coming for different reasons, and they're a little bit tricky. There's some hidden motives, and actually navigating your way through these are going to be critical if you want to have any chance whatsoever at hitting your goals this year. That's why I've actually asked the best of the best to come in and walk us through exactly how to do this. I have Robert Reid from Butler Street, which is one of the premier sales training organizations in the entire industry. And he's going to be at the summit in just a couple weeks talking about exactly how to navigate your way through the toughest objections. So Robert, thanks for being here and participating in the summit this year.
You got it. Absolutely. Talking about an important topic for sure.
Yeah, you're exactly right, man. So what do you see? Like, what are some of the key objections that we're getting right now that you're going to help break down and help us better navigate coming out of the summit?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Dan, the first thing I'll say is it is not an exhaustive list, which kind of gets me excited, because if you think about it, I would say most salespeople run into anywhere from 5 to 10 unique objections, 95% of the time. Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome, because it's not 100 unique objections that we have to prepare for. So for me, it's like a super doable number. It's like, okay, I should probably prepare for 5 to 10. And, I would say the ones that we hear most often are price, obviously, is a big one. Your bill rate's too high. The markup's too high. We also hear, you all fish from the same pond. You're all the same. Our internal team handles this. We've got a great team of recruiters that does our recruiting for us. Or we have 5 to 10 current vendors. Ugh. There's a myriad of them, but those are the ones that I hear most often.
Okay, so you're exactly right. And with your experience at Butler Street, do you see a difference between the salespeople that are prepared to handle those things going into a call versus the ones that have to sort of figure it out on the fly because they can sell anything?
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
It's interesting. And I'll share this in my talk, but I come from an improv comedy background. So like shooting from the hip and making stuff up on the fly is what I do. But I've also been training in that for almost 30 years. And when I talk to people about improv, they immediately become terrified. And yet so often people would choose to improvise through a situation rather than just plan for it. So yeah, I think what I see with people who have not thought about how they're actually going to handle an objection, as soon as they get it, they throw in the towel and say, okay, I totally get it. Thanks for your time. Whereas people who understand how to plan for this, really drive to keep that conversation going a little bit longer, are really equipped to acknowledge the objection and then dig on it and ask great follow-up questions.
I love it, man. And I can't wait. I'm going to be sitting front row taking notes at your session because I am stoked. And the fact that you are trained in improv is going to make this really edutaining. So I'm stoked for that. Robert, thank you so much for being a part of the summit. And I look forward to working with you at Margaritaville.
You as well, Dan. See you then.